Welcome back, friends. Today I'm making the satin turban with added elastic. So I'll be using the elastic thread and then I'll be using the satin itself. So right now I have my satin. I have the band prepared already. Each of these band is 18 inches. And then I have the body of the turban, which is about 24 inches. Then I will simply sew the body to the band. Of course, my focus is not on how to fix the body to the band, but on how to add the needed elastic to it. So after preparing the turban itself, I'll first of all take my measurement and then cut it out to shape. You understand? So the measurement I use there is 10. When you open it, it becomes 20. And normal head size is usually 22. So something less than 22. No, my measurement is not 10. Sorry, I used 11 because I'm going to fold it. So it's after folding that I will get 10, because you have to make provision for how this part will be knit. So if, for instance, you have a good weaving machine that you can use the color, then you don't need to fold it. You can just weave neatly. But if you don't, then you have to make provision for how to fold it. So I'm just going to fold the edges neatly like this, yes, and then I'll sew it in about 3 to 4 inches in. I'm not sewing every part. I'm just going to sew about 3 to 4 inches in. So this is how it will look at finishing. I'll do the same thing to the other side, just to make sure that it's neat. It's not going to have a medium of a pulling thread and all of that. So I'll fold the other side too and then hem it. So after folding the other side, after folding this other side, it will be time for me to add my elastic. Let me not say rubber. It will be time for me to add the elastic to it. So to add the elastic to it, I'll simply take my elastic and cut out of it. Let's just say, remember I said after folding I will get 20 inches. Yes, so what I needed for it to fit into head is just about 2 inches. You understand? So usually the elastic I should use should just be about 1 inch, but I cannot use 1 inch because it will be somehow difficult for me to drag it out when I need to. So I'm not going to use 1 inch. I'm going to use about 3 inches of elastic to do that. All right, so this is the measurement after folding. You can see it's even less than 10. It's less than 10. So that's just it. So like I was explaining, 2 inches more to make it 22. So normally you are just supposed to use 1 inch, but if you fix 1 inch with the method I'm using now, you cannot bring it out. There's another method that I just pray that I have the chance. I will also show you. With that particular method, you don't need to open any part. I will create the time to do that. So right now I will be fixing this elastic to it. Remember, I made every part neat already. So I'll just take a piece of the same material and then put my elastic on the back and then fix it the way you see now. If you look at it very well, you see that I place it on the same place on the same line with the first part I sewed, then fix the turban. So after this, fix the elastic. After this, I'll flip it over and it will look neat like this. And again, I need to fold the material, the excess material I used in fixing the elastic now. So to do that, I need to look for a better way, a good way to do that. And again, a good way to attach this rubber without it causing, or what do I say now, without it altering the beauty of this turban now. So you can see I told you that I don't need more than 1 inch. Of course, you can see where I'm holding there is very short. That's all I will be needing, but I made it this way because I will really need to pull it out. So if I make my material to be equal with the thread, of course there will be no more elasticity. So it's very important that if you are using, for instance, 1 inch of elastic, then your material should be between 2 to 3 inches to give room for the elastic to stretch. Once you make it the same length like this now, there will be no room for it to stretch, so there will be no elasticity there. You must give space to allow it to stretch, so the material must be longer than the elastic. All right, so as it is now, I will take the material without the elastic to wrap the turban in such a way that the material will come out like you see me doing now. What am I trying to achieve? I'm actually trying to sew it together so that it will form don't know what to call it, but it will like a belt. It will form like a belt, but I want it neat, so I did not form the belt before putting the elastic. Of course, you can also form your belt before putting the elastic. That's why I say we have so many methods of attaching elastic to satin or any other material that we are using for turban. So but for this one, you can see what I'm doing. I fold it in and then I will sew it. When I'm sewing, I have to be very careful to make sure that I don't sew part of the turban to the belt that I'm trying to create. This is because if I do, I will not be able to flip it over. I will not be able to pull it out. You understand? It will just be stick to it, and the purpose for what I'm doing will be defeated. So you can see it now. The rubber is still where it is, and then I push it out. I form the belt while the rubber is inside. So this is one of the reasons I said I cannot use 1 inch, because it will be very difficult for me to pull it out. But one very easy method of pulling it out is, before you turn it over, you can attach that pin to it. So this is how it will be looking. You see it now. This is how it will be looking. So now the next thing I need to do is to find the best way to now attach this elastic to the second part of the turban without it causing or altering the beauty of the turban. So now how do I fix it? So the best way for me to fix it is that I will just take the measurement I want and then sew it. So you can see that I have excess material this way now. I have fixed it, but you can see there is excess material, there is excess elastic. I will cut the excess elastic out. I will not cut the material. You get me? I will cut the excess elastic out, but I will not cut the material. This is because I will need to knit up the sewing. You understand? I cannot just cut off the excess part and that the remaining part looking rough without hemming the edges. So this excess one I did not cut out. It's going to help me to hem the edges to give it a neat finishing. So if you look at it now, when I fold it down like this, you see the beauty. Do not fold it up, it's not right. Fold it down, and just folding it down once is okay, because the beauty will no longer be rough, and you can just give it a double stitch, as in sew the first part and then sew the second part, and also ensure that you are using a mashing thread. That's very important. A mashing thread, a thread that you cannot easily see from the material. All this, putting all this into consideration, will make your work to be as neat as possible. So this is all for this class. I am done with it. I'm not focused on how to decorate the turban or how to size it. The major thing is how to fix the elastic to the turban. So right now the turban is ready and is fitted. Do you get me? Oh, sorry, I forgot. After sewing the elastic to it, then I will close the back. I will close it, and then when I want to close the back, I'm going to leave a opening of at least 3 inches, at least 3 inches, something above the band, if I have the chance, which I must create for my lovers of creative hands platform, I must create the chance. I'm going to show you another method of adding elastic that you don't need to open any part of it. You don't need to open any part of it. The elastic will just be at the back, fitted at the back. So I must create the chance to do that one for you. You understand? So right now I'm done closing the back. I'm done closing. So the turban is ready. The only thing that is left is to design this turban. Design it. The person who asked for this tutorial actually asked me to make a body pleated turban with elastic behind it, but a body pleated satin, I did not do that. But I just want to tell you that the same method works. You understand? Except you want to tell me that you don't know how to do the body pleated turban, then you can check on my channel. I have some videos on body pleated turban. All right, so that will be all for today's tutorial. I love you all. Do have a wonderful day. Stay safe. So this is it. Bye for now.